Hello everyone. Today I'm going to take you for a quick and brisk walk through some very important information and tea. We are going to be spending some time in California, Hollywood. We're going to go back to 2018. We're going to go and discuss some things that happened that year. In 2018, as you will all be aware, the royal wedding happened between Meghan and Harry. And they also toured Australia, and that went well. Later on in that year, though, in an undisclosed location, somebody who had Megsy's contact details had a notification that Megsy had set up a new Instagram account on Sunday, October the 28th, 2018. The Archie Foundation. Would you like to follow them? So she did. They had a look and they found some information. This new foundation was set up on the 23rd of October 2018. The Archie Foundation, the Instagram was set up on the 28th. It was registered through Free Mark Financial LLP in California. Now that's interesting. I think we've heard that before. Here's some more information for you data geeks out there who will be wanting to fact check all of this. Have at it. This is all the information. Anyway, Freemark Financial LLP, Wealth and Business Management. Andrew Myers makes business management an art form. So this is Andrew Myers, who helped set up Archie Foundation website that Megsy made an Instagram for. Here he is in May 2018 at the royal wedding of Megsy and Harry. And this is Maya with Kamala Harris's husband and a gentleman called Genow. Here is Andrew Myers and Rick Genow with Harry and Megsy on the flamingo trouser suit debacle night out. That was in recent years. If we look at Tatler, they are named as part of Megsy's team, along with Nick Collins. Nick Collins is a long-time associate of Megsy. All of these things you can find in the public domain. Now let's talk about Rick Genow. Rick Genow has had links to Megsy for a long time. He's still very much active in her circles prior and after her stint in the royal family. This is an article listing how he had looked after the projects and what he was going to do for Megsy once she left the royal family. This article came out early 2020. In 2025, though, Mr. Genow announced that Megsy was going to be attending an awards ceremony that him and his wife basically run it. His wife's on the board. He's a big donor there. So Megsy was going to go to this big show, get awarded, all of that kind of thing. You can see here Rick Genow and his wife as sponsors as well. Unfortunately, the award show was markled because there was some race riots. Okay, those are the links. Now back to the Archie Foundation. This is what you'd find it as currently. This is what it's still floating around as. But originally, they only had one follower. And that follower was Janina. Janina? I think that's how you say it. I'm terrible with names. Here she is, riding in the front seat next to Harry. Back in 2021, around the whole Oprah interview debacle. Here she is in 2021. Basically repping and saying, oh, wasn't the Oprah interview wonderful? And Megsy has all of the tea and to support their claims about the royal family, which the Dumb Prince then later retracted in the ITV interview. Here she is at the royal wedding in 2018. Funny that, eh? So she was well aware of this Archie Foundation Instagram. So she would have been aware of what is going on with it. She's recently had an interview and said Megsy is basically a saint and lovely. I'd just like to point out that Gavankar was not at the Jamaican wedding, but she was rolled on out for the Windsor wedding. some interesting points I just want to go over with you guys. All of this was in 2018. All of these links. What were these businessmen doing with Meghan? What are they trying to achieve with all of this? My main point is, though, the Archie Foundation morphed into Archewell Foundation. Megxie knew and had foreshadowed that they were leaving, bearing in mind at the same time they had the Sussex Royal Foundation thing, okay? So what were they planning? How far forward were they planning? And why were these men involved in all their plans? There's so many questions. Why are these men around Megxie? It's wild. Now, I just want to say, before I shoot off into the night, this story was offered to the press, right, back in the day, in 2018, when it happened, and they didn't want to know. Why didn't they want to know about Meghan and Harry setting up foundations in other countries and setting up websites and domain names? And why haven't they linked it back with the Archie Foundation to the Archewell Foundation? Because something really stinks here, guys. Really. Anyway, it all looks like, to me, from an outsider looking in, it does look to me like they've planned, Megxie has planned her escape from the royal family for a long time. And I feel like, in my opinion, these businessmen were trying to help her set up and be Princess Diana 2.0, but they thought they were backing a racehorse and they ended up backing a donkey. And that's all I got to say about it. Anyway, guys, bye.